What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a big Thiago to Liverpool transfer update video. This is another episode of the latest Liverpool transfer news on my channel, and we also have a massive update on the future of Wijnaldum. And if you listen closely to this video, then you will know what is going on in the inside story about Liverpool FC and how they will cope with this situation going forward. So if you enjoy these videos, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news updates. So after Bayern Munich won the Champions League, there has been some suggestions that Thiago would be happy to stay at Bayern Munich. But two journalists and another newspaper actually confirmed that Thiago indeed will not stay at Bayern Munich. He will leave. He already said goodbye to his teammates after the Champions League final. Thiago was in tears and he said goodbye to his teammates, to the manager, to the staff at Bayern Munich. Raphael Honigstein in The Athletic confirmed that Thiago wants a transfer and he wants to move to Liverpool. He wants to try himself in the Premier League, and as long as Liverpool can negotiate a transfer fee with Bayern Munich, Thiago will be a Liverpool player very soon. Christian Falk, the editor of Bild, also agrees, and he said that it's just down to whether Liverpool feel the money is worthwhile for a 29-year-old, but he's a world-class midfielder, so I think he's worth the money. And Christian Falk said this: Thiago didn't change his mind after winning the Champions League with Bayern, so his future will still be in a Liverpool FC if the club pays the transfer fee to Bayern Munich. And it seems like a no-brainer to bring in Thiago Alcantara, because also the Der Spiegel newspaper said, and they are one of the best publications in Germany, they broke the huge story about Manchester City's financial fair play, cheating, and the Football League's documents, you know all about that. So Der Spiegel wrote a few days ago that it is certain that Thiago will leave Bayern Munich to join Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, and there have been minor suggestions that Thiago would stay at Bayern, but I think that the Bild, Raphael Honigstein and Der Spiegel all pretty much confirming that Thiago is leaving Bayern is huge indication that his future lies elsewhere, and I'm just so excited about this. But we have some bad news as well, because it looks like Wijnaldum is on his way out of Liverpool, which I'm not happy about. If I had to choose, I would choose Wijnaldum to stay at Liverpool and Thiago coming in as an additional midfielder. Wijnaldum is one of the most important Liverpool players of the past 3 years. He is one of the cornerstones of this Liverpool revival of the last 3 years, where Liverpool went to 2 Champions League finals. We went back to back, getting 97 and 99 points in the Premier League, winning the Premier League title, winning the Champions League. So at the moment the situation is that the Liverpool contract, the contract terms that Liverpool have offered to Wijnaldum previously have not been accepted by Wijnaldum and his agent, and as a result the midfielder will either depart Liverpool on a free transfer at the end of this season, so next summer, or if someone offers a transfer fee for him right now, then Liverpool would consider selling him right now and get a little bit of money in and not lose him on a free transfer. But we already saw previously that there could be a scenario where Liverpool allow a very good midfielder to run down his contract. Emre Can did that and he went to Juventus. So Chris Bascombe made an article in The Telegraph in which he explains that Wijnaldum may be sacrificed for the arrival of Bayern Munich's Thiago, and that as things stand, there will be no new contract for Wijnaldum, which is really sad, and I think Wijnaldum deserves a new contract. Maybe Liverpool don't want to offer him a big 3-year contract, because at 32 years old Liverpool think that he shouldn't be on big money. But even in 3 years, I think Wijnaldum will be a great midfielder, or 2.5 years from now. So I don't think Liverpool is right to make that call. But of course, we don't know the financial situation of the club. We might be, struggling with not giving too many. We don't want to give too many players big contracts, and maybe we can't afford to have both Wijnaldum and Thiago on big contracts. So another scenario could be we sign Thiago this summer, we don't give Wijnaldum a new contract, so we will have a luxury option of both Wijnaldum and Thiago for next season that is just about to start, and then next summer Wijnaldum leaves on a free and we will still have Thiago for another hopefully 2 years after that. I don't necessarily think that Thiago is a better midfielder to Wijnaldum. I don't think they can be exactly compared. They are different. Thiago is a deep-lying playmaker who likes to distribute the ball. He's very similar to Xabi Alonso. Wijnaldum is more of a box-to-box midfielder who is actually originally an attacking midfielder who can score a lot of goals when he plays further forward, but with Liverpool he was asked to play this box-to-box role, so he doesn't score as much, but still scoring 2 goals in the Champions League semi-finals against Barcelona. He will be forever remembered in the history of Liverpool, and I really hope that somehow Wijnaldum and Liverpool can negotiate the contract. But as things stand, and Chris Bascombe is a very well-connected Liverpool-based journalist, it looks like Wijnaldum, the best case scenario is he leaves at the end of this season that is about to start, which is really sad, and I don't want that to happen. But if we have Wijnaldum going to maybe Barcelona this summer for around 20 million, 25 million, and we have Thiago coming in from Bayern Munich for the same amount of money, that actually makes a lot of sense from Liverpool's point of view and also from Wijnaldum's point of view, because he probably gets a big contract at Barcelona, something that he wouldn't get at Liverpool, and he can also be part of Barcelona's rebuild after Lionel Messi, because Lionel Messi handed in a transfer request last night which had everybody talking, and I will make a separate video dedicated to that topic because I have a lot to say and I have a lot of new information about that for you guys as well. So that is coming later today or tomorrow, depending on when I can finish that video. And I think the Wijnaldum situation is just another scenario of agents ruling modern football, because probably his agent wanted a big signing on fee and signing bonus, and Liverpool are not in a financial situation to give Wijnaldum an outrageous, huge last contract and maybe a big signing on fee for the agent as well. So at the moment it's a standstill. Liverpool don't want to give Wijnaldum the contract that him and his agent want. So Wijnaldum can leave either on a free transfer next summer, or we can get a little bit of money for him. And I'm not sure which would be the best scenario. It depends in if Liverpool are signing Thiago, which is like almost 100% at this point, then I would suggest just let Wijnaldum run his contract down, and then he can leave on a free transfer. But for one more year, Liverpool will have 2 world-class midfielders in their team, which would be absolutely brilliant, I think. And Danny Murphy, the former Liverpool player who is now working as a pundit, commented on Liverpool potentially signing Thiago. He said that he could make Liverpool's Premier League title holders even stronger, Jurgen Klopp's Premier League title holders even stronger. I'm a fan of Thiago, big time. Thiago in the middle of the pitch for Bayern, unbelievable performance against Paris Saint-Germain, and before that in the semi-finals, in the quarter-finals, brilliant. He was on and off the ball brilliant. What a signing he will be if Liverpool manage to get him. He can play in a 4 holding because he's tenacious enough and he's athletic enough. He reads the game really well and he dictates the tempo. He can slow the game down when he wants to. He can speed it up when that's needed, and not many players can do that. He can also play ahead of someone holding like Fabinho and get forward a bit more and play the through balls and be more creative. He's one of the best midfielders right now in Europe. The thing is that Liverpool's midfield has been amazing really, and it's so competitive. They've got 6 players already for the 3 positions. Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho are the 3 starting ones, and then you've got Milner, Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as backup, and even Curtis Jones, and Thiago could come in. And that's why maybe it's kind of more realistic to sell Wijnaldum right now for a little bit of money to Barcelona. Maybe even we can negotiate something like £30 million for Wijnaldum, and pay 25 million to Bayern, and then everyone is happy. And Don Hutchinson, who is also a pundit working for ESPN, said this about Liverpool's midfield conundrum. I think people are probably looking at Liverpool and thinking, if it's not broken, don't fix it, don't try to fix it, because they have been sensational, Liverpool. The worry is Gini Wijnaldum going into the last year of his contract, and he has been linked with Barcelona, and maybe he wants to work with Ronald Koeman again. I think that's the problem, but when you look at what Thiago has been doing for Bayern, not just in the Champions League that we have seen in the last couple of weeks, but in many years he has been there. He's just a ridiculous talented player. He plays the game at his own tempo, his own speed, his range of passing is good, he can keep it simple. If the fullbacks are bombing forward, he can stand still. He can pick up that little pocket to protect his centre halves if they ever need protection, and his long range passing is ridiculously good as well. So he can hit the likes of Mane down the left wing, Mo Salah on the right, drop balls into Firmino. I think for the money that that's being talked about, in and around £30 million, I think it's an absolute steal. And I fully agree with Hutchison here. I also think that it's an absolute steal. And I'm really torn. I don't want to lose Wijnaldum, but at the same time I want to bring in Thiago. I think he could add something different to Liverpool's midfield, and we already have Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, more box-to-box midfielders like Wijnaldum. Thiago is a different kind of midfielder, something that Liverpool don't have in their team. So that's why if I had to choose, either Wijnaldum stays and Thiago doesn't come in, or Thiago comes in and Wijnaldum goes, I'm leaning towards Thiago coming in and Wijnaldum going, just because of Thiago being a different player to any other Liverpool midfielder that we currently have, and hopefully that improves Liverpool. But Wijnaldum is also a brilliant midfielder. I love him to bits. I don't want him to go right now. So that's the dilemma that I have, and that's probably the dilemma that Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool hierarchy has. What do they do in this situation? It will be very, very interesting to find out in the coming weeks. Ottmar Hitzfeld, former Bayern Munich manager, said that Thiago leaving Bayern Munich is a huge loss for Bayern, and he said this, and I quote, "After not always being able to call upon his full repertoire of skills at the beginning of the season, he has developed and improved a lot, like the entire Bayern Munich team." And of course, Thiago is one of the pillars of Bayern Munich, and he has been playing outstandingly for months. It was an excellent decision also for Hansi Flick to move Alaba into central defense. Alaba is also out of his contract very soon. Whether Alaba stays or not is certainly also a financial question. On the other hand, I think he knows how much he appreciates Bayern. He worked hard and achieved something sensational in the new position. I really, really hope, Hitzfeld said, that Alaba stays at Bayern Munich, because to lose Alaba and Thiago in the same window would be really, really devastating for Bayern. And Hansi Flick has done an extraordinary job since he got the managerial appointment after Niko Kovac failed miserably. I mean, Bayern Munich lost 5-1 to Frankfurt at the beginning of the season, and how times have changed. Hansi Flick worked hard and achieved something sensational, and in addition to his sporting competence, he is primarily characterized by his human qualities, because he is an absolute team player and he has an open ear for all the employees at Bayern. Flick can shape an era with this Bayern generation, like the one which won the Champions League in 74, 75 and 76. Bayern were one of two teams, Bayern and Ajax, in the 70s and 80s. They won 3 Champions League titles in a row, and Bayern Munich are trying to emulate that and win 3 Champions Leagues in a row. But even the great Liverpool side couldn't win 2 Champions Leagues in a row. So it's incredibly difficult. Only Zidane with Real Madrid could do it in the modern times. And also, Hitzfeld stressed that Thomas Müller was another standout player for Bayern Munich. He said this: Thomas Müller rose like a phoenix from ashes, and he is now one of the most important players and drivers of the team. He has the Bayern gene and is someone who takes on the mantle in the dressing room and on the pitch. He's a leader. You see, and you need such players like him, and that is what Müller does excellently, as you saw in the final. He didn't have any big moments, but he was very important to the team. And I think that is just a great interview that I wanted to share with you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.